contradict this altered value. So how come they are reporting it to Wall Street as being 100% funded, but reporting it to the county as being 67% funded?
You know, I think Standard and Poor's would be very interested in this information.
I have filed a complaint with the SEC already. I haven't heard back yet.
I'm not talking about the SEC.
Yeah.
We know that's corrupt. They only put.
You're telling me that the people that rated
Right.
the subprime market's going to care about this?
That's right.
Yeah,
That ain't happening.
That ain't happening.
I'm talking about
It ain't happening.
S&P. S&P
Yeah.
might be very interested to
Yeah.
look at this.
Yeah.
Have you contacted?
No, I haven't.
I'm saying S&P might care a lot about this issue because they're the ones that rate that thousands of investors depend upon S&P's ratings. I have no faith in the SEC at all. We've seen the crooks they put in there. So what's your next step?
Well, the thing is today is really, I don't know if we've accomplished what we're after, is informing people. I've given you some simple numbers, 100% funded, over-contributed, met our assumption rate, exceeded our earnings request, and we're short. The work that I have is far more detailed, and it's going to require someone smarter than I to find a way to present it to the public or get it in the courts, because this is a victory waiting to happen. Occupy Wall Street, this is a victory waiting to happen. Any of the consumer groups, this is a victory waiting to happen because there's no defending these numbers or changes that they've done.
Yeah, they can't alter them now because they're a matter of record.
Right, and they're two different records, and all we have to do is go back and see the investment dollars and the amounts that aren't going to match. And we're going to actually need to see tax returns, dollar for dollar invoice sheets, and find out it's just not factual. So it's a very complicated issue. It's a very winnable issue, and it'll be the first of many for the county or state of California. I think that our youth is getting very open to social issues and nonprofit things, and it's really great to see that the youth, as well as someone mine in your age, which might be a heralded in my son, already do care. So I like that, but it can't be just a bitch session. You know, Occupy Wall Street, we have a victory here that will actually produce dollar amounts and affect the public other than me just camping out. And I want to see someone, well, nobody seems to want to take that next step.
We need a county supervisor with the balls to ask for a forensic audit, don't we?
Well, my next posting is going to show, I think it was Joni Gray that called last year's 2010 budget a Ponzi scheme because they were just moving money from here to there and she had no idea. The Santa Barbara Independent reported it, quoted her, and then no one followed up. What did you mean by Ponzi scheme? Should there be charges and investigations after that remark? I would think there should be. These are public funds.
Do you think Sheriff Bill Brown should get involved?
I don't know if he can do anything. I don't know where to go.
Doesn't he have the power to investigate if there's been embezzlement or money missing?
Yep, and the state controller on public funds should be doing it as well. And they've just shut me down.
Well, I think they maybe didn't shut you down. They may be investigating without telling you they're investigating.
You are an optimist, aren't you?
Well,
come back towards the light.
Yeah,
Bill. Come back towards the light.
Come back to reality.
Yes.
Well, that's our report from Santa Barbara. I certainly would like to know if our services are being reduced. Now, remember, I don't get a pension. I'm not part of this pension fund. I got no county pension. Most of you don't have a county pension, but where you are affected is your tax dollars are being used and your county services are being reduced to
Law enforcement.
probation, law enforcement,
mental health,
probation, mental health,
children's
fire
counseling.
department, county fire department. You're all being affected because money seems to be sliding somewhere. And I'm certainly not an accountant. I'm not an expert, but I think Larry's just looking at the raw numbers and the dates they were published and what Wall Street has on record and what the county tells the county, they don't seem to match. And I'm wondering why the county hasn't appointed a forensic accountant auditor with the credentials and the credibility.
Let me close with this. Within the last 2 days, I received an email from someone directly involved with the county pension. I sent him my concerns regarding the fact that the county for 24 years has been over-contributing 55% to the pension, and that seemed odd when you consider that it had earned 8.5% a year interest return on investments during that same time. So he wrote back and said, well, the unfunded liability portion is really true, and that seemed to be his concern. But what he didn't do is say that I was wrong about how much they've been over contributing. So basically, he's verifying the fact that I am on the right track, stating that my research shows 55% is over contributing above and beyond the normal requirement. Now, the question is, was that really necessary? And that's where the abuse of funds is coming in.
Well, there you have it, people. From Larry Mendoza, I'm William Wagener down here in Santa Barbara. And I hope we gave you second thoughts. Did we give them second thoughts, Larry?
I'm sure we did. I'm sure we did.
I mean, these pensions now we're talking billions of dollars, and I'm wondering if there's anybody on the board that really understands it.
I doubt anyone's gone as far back with the research as I have.
There you have it. They didn't have to create the board till they went over, what, 800 million. And they kept it below that for a while.
By altering the values.
By playing with the values. And now they're over it. And someone needs to do a really in-depth research and go back and see if money is missing. And if so, when did it go missing and how did it go missing? I'm William Wagener with Larry Mendoza down here in Santa Barbara. Now we'll take it back to the studio.